Okay, our now next step is what? That we need to create now chart of accounts, right? This is your chart of account list, right? That is our chart of account list which we need to create in Tally ERP 9. Okay, now remember one thing, if you are using QuickBooks, right? If you are using QuickBooks, the term, the word used for chart of account, or if you are using this Tally ERP 9, the name, the word, the term used for chart of account is ledger. Ledger. Tally is not using the word, Tally is not using the term chart of account. They are using the term ledgers, right? If you are using QuickBooks, Sage, SAP, they are using the word chart of account. So chart of account is your ledger, ledger is your chart of accounts, right? So you will not find any single option in Tally ERP 9 that you need to create chart of account. You will find only the option ledgers. Got it? Right? So our first step is, after the creation of the company, that we need to create chart of accounts. Okay? So tell me, we have to create this chart of account list. So where you need to go in the master? You will go account info or inventory info? Account info, right? So we go in account info, enter, and in account info, focus on. In account info, we have two options there. One is groups and the other one is ledgers. So there are some default groups which is already created in Tally ERP 9. Built-in is there, right? If you click on the groups and if you click on this display, right? So these are the list of groups which are already there in the system, right? We can create a new one, no issue, but most of the groups are already there in the system, right? So what we need to do, if we go one step back, we need to create ledgers right now. We need to create a chart of account list. We need to create all our ledgers now. Okay, so we go in the ledgers, enter, and then here we have the single ledger. We need to click on this create, enter. So what is the first item? That is what? Cash on hand, right? So I'm gonna enter here cash on hand, right? Enter. That is alias, right? That is like a short abbreviation. You can enter COH, cash on hand. COH, cash on hand, right? But I'm not gonna enter that one. Enter, right? And then this cash is coming under which group? Look, we have two options. One is called groups, right? We have groups and ledger. Look, this is what? Cash on hand, petty cash. These are ledgers. But the group is what? Under cash. We have Emirates Embassy, Noor Islamic Bank, Dubai Islamic Bank, ADCB Bank. These are ledgers. But the group is what? Bank accounts. We have land, building, plant, machinery. These are ledgers. But the group is what? Fixed assets. We have telephone bill, salaries, wages, newspaper bill. These are expenses. But the group is what? Indirect expenses. So groups are already there in the system. So what you need to do, you need to create ledgers, right? And if you want to create ledgers, you need to go in account info, enter, and then you need to click on the, you need to select ledgers because we need to create a ledgers, enter, and then you need to click on this create, enter. So what is the first item? That is cash on hand, enter, enter, and this cash, this is the ledger name, and this cash is coming under which group? So that is the list of all the groups. So if I write, remember, just write the first three letter. If I write CAS, it will highlight here and you can work more faster. So that is cash in hand. Enter. This cash in hand coming under the group cash in hand, right? And no provide bank details right now, no need. Enter. And if there is an opening balance, let's suppose our cash opening balance is 50,000. So enter the opening balance. Enter. That is a debit balance, right? Enter to save or control A to save. Similarly, next we have petty cash. So I'm going to enter here petty cash, and that is under cash in hand, same. Enter. If there is an opening balance, let's suppose it is 5,000. Enter, save it. Right? Next we have the bank. That is what Emirates NBD. That is a bank here in UAE. Emirates NBD. Right? Enter. And here we have, like, if I write here bank, BAN. So here we have, this is what our bank account, that is like overdraft, OD account, overdraft account, right? Then we have this OCC account. So this is what, that is not overdraft or credit account, that is a simple bank account which is current asset. Okay. Right? So bank account, and that is the bank account detail, that what is a bank account holder, account information, IBM, SWIFT code, like bank name is there, branch, right? If you are maintaining the checkbooks, check numbers you want to enter, so you can enter all this information, right? But right now I'm not entering that. Enter. Right? If there is an opening balance, you need to enter the opening balance here for the bank account. Let's suppose it is 60,000. Enter, and save it. Clear? Right? So this is how you need to create ledgers in Tally ERP now. Okay, then here if you look, if I go one step back, press escape key, here we have, this is what single ledger. I was creating one by one, cash, then petty cash, then Emirates NBD. Now I want to create, like I created this Emirates NBD. Now I want to create, because these are coming under the same, I want to create Noor Islamic Bank, Dubai Islamic Bank, ADCB Bank, because they have the same group bank. I don't want to create it one by one. I want to create all of them together to save my time. So in that case, you can select this option, multiple ledgers, right? So if you click on this create, enter. So under which group? The group is bank accounts, right? Yeah. So that is the group, and the name of ledger is what we have. Let's suppose Noor Islamic Bank. Enter. It is under the bank accounts. Look there on the screen. That comes under the bank accounts. If there is an opening balance, you will enter the opening balance. Right? Enter. Then we have, let's suppose, Dubai Islamic Bank. Enter. What is the opening balance? You can mention that. Enter. Then we have, let's suppose, ADCB bank account. Right? Enter. And you can create multiple ledgers here. Right? Enter, save it. Clear? One way is that you can create a single ledger one by one, and one is the method multiple ledger all at once. Similarly, if I go here, if I want to create a multiple fixed assets, right? So create account group is fixed asset. So we have, let's suppose, land, we have buildings, we have plant and machinery, we have furniture and fixtures, we have vehicles, right? We have, let's suppose, asset under construction. Enter, save it. Here, you can create one by one here, or you can go through the multiple ledgers, but practice with the single ledger, and when you feel it that now you're master, now you are good in the creation, now you understand the concept, then you can use this multiple ledgers. Any question here? In the creation of ledgers, I will tell you again that how to create it. You need to go in account info. In account info, groups are already built in, already there. We need to create ledgers. So enter, create, right? We need to create the ledger, right? So let's suppose I want to create rent expense account, right? Enter, and that is indirect expenses, right? So I just write here, look, IND. So it will come here in the groups here, right? That is indirect expense. Enter, 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 like that is taxable, exempted. So we're going to cover this one when we are doing that VAT topics, right? Right now I'm not entering any VAT information here. Enter, enter, and if there is an opening balance, you can enter, save it. This is how we create ledgers in Tally ERP 9. Any question? Is okay?
It's okay.
Okay. Now, if you want to, like after this, next what, that is how we create the ledgers, right? We create the chart of account, right? So if you want to add it, if you enter something wrong, if you want to delete, how we can do that? Or opening balances we already enter. So if you want to delete or add it, if you enter something wrong, you want to change or add it. So for example, I write there cash on hand. I want to enter cash in hand. I mistakenly entered cash on hand, right? So I want to add that information now. So I need to go where? Account info, then ledgers. In ledgers, I don't want to create and I don't want to display, because in the display I can only view. I cannot edit anything. So to edit anything, always go in the alter, enter, and I want to edit this cash on hand because I want to write cash in hand. So enter, and here you can write here cash in hand. Enter, or just control A, save it. So that information is edited there. Yeah.
When you enter that one, means the first one will be removed.
Yes. It is edited, no? Yeah?
It's edited, yeah.
Okay. Then, if you look here, the list, this is how we can edit. And now if you want to delete any ledger, look, we have two cash. This one, cash in hand, is created by us. Right? So I want to use this ledger. This one, cash, it is already built in, created in Tally ERP 9. So I don't want to use this cash because I created this. So I want to this cash in hand. So I want to delete this ledger. So just press enter. And if you want to delete anything in Tally, the short key is Alt D. Right? So if you want to delete anything, Alt D, because there is right now one single underline. But remember, if there is an opening balance, if this cash is involved in any transaction, debit or credit, then you cannot delete this ledger. First, you need to delete all the transaction in which cash is involved. Then you can delete. Right now, we didn't perform any entry yet, right? So that's why I can delete this right now. So press delete, press Y for delete. Clear? So now look, this cash account only, it is not there in the list.
Yeah, again, that's right.
Clear?
You said if you want to delete and there are accounts
that particular account is not involved in any transaction. Let's suppose this is what cash in hand. If I debit or credit this cash in accounting voucher, right? So obviously there is a now balance in the ledger of this cash in hand. Then I cannot delete the ledger here.
Okay.
Then first I need to delete that particular transaction, and then you can delete.
Okay. So everything will be off.
Yes. Clear? So this is how we create the ledger. This is how we can add it or delete or enter the opening balance. The last one is how we can check the reports. if you want to check the reports, right? So if you want to check the reports, we go in the reports, right? Under the reports, we need to check, we need to go in the display now, right? Display, and here we have third last option is what? List of accounts. Press enter. So when you press enter, that is what list of all your ledgers, right? Under that groups are coming because we have bank account. Bank account is our group, right? And under the group, we have all our sub ledgers. The ledgers are there. ADCB, Dubai Islamic Bank, this one, right? And if you click here on the groups, it will show you only the groups, right? If you want to see the ledgers with the groups, so you can click this ledgers here. Yeah? Any question? Is it okay?
Okay, so the reports checking is just a matter of display. See.
Display, and like that is display, right? What is the short key? D. Enter, and you need to click on this list of accounts. What is the short key? L, right? So if you are on the first window, if I write here, what is the short key? D and L, right? Look here. If I enter like DL, it will go directly to that page. You can work more faster. Yeah? Any question, Moses? Is it clear? Okay. So what you need to do, create this now. The list of ledgers.